I am somebody. I may be poor, but I am somebody.
Good morning. Welcome to the Saturday Morning Community Forum. Today, we dedicate this broadcast to the memory of 3 young men, a little older than teenagers, who went to Mississippi as part of the Freedom Riders, fighting for organizing African Americans to vote in Mississippi. They were murdered in Mississippi several years ago this week. And so as we see, and you will hear in a few moments about Reverend Jackson joining with Reverend William Barber in the Poor People's Campaign, and those citizens from West Virginia and from Kentucky urging the senators to support the Voting Rights Act. Today we're still fighting for a federally protected right to vote for all Americans.
We need everybody to say forward together, not one step back. What do we want?
Voting rights.
When do we want it?
Now.
Stop the filibuster.
Stop the filibuster.
Pass the bill.
Pass the bill.
But there comes a time, Sister Arwine, there comes a time, Reverend Jackson, there comes a time, President Winkler, that you can't wait to save something. You got to save it while saving is possible. And so today we are here, turn this mic up some, we are here with people from the hood to the hollers in Kentucky and West Virginia. And we're here with friends from other places to demand of every U.S. Senator and to ask them to answer one simple question. Which side are you on? This is no time for straddling the fence. Officially, somebody said that they proved that they were the party against voting rights, but we've already known that. We didn't need a procedural vote to prove that to us, and neither did America. They are trapped in the lies of McConnell's meanness and are held captive by money and the forces of greed that have been reshaping them since the Southern strategy of Richard Nixon. But let me be clear, while we're here and while you see black and white and brown and indigenous and Asian and young and old and gay in the street, this is not simply Jim Crow. This is James Crow Esquire. It's not just targeting black people, but it's targeting poor and low-wage black, white, brown, indigenous, Asian, young people, and the disabled. And the question is, which side are you on? This refusal to even debate voting rights protections has exposed every citizen Republican as a liar. That they lied when they put their hands on that Constitution. They stood before God and their constituents and swore to uphold the Constitution. But they have embraced the states' rights argument against federal voting rights protections, that if followed to its furthest conclusion, would inevitably invalidate the very vision and promise of the 15th, 19th, 24th, 26th, and 14th Amendment. Which side are you on? And today we come here not as Democrats or Republicans, but we come here to speak the moral truth, because sometimes you just need a few people that don't play the political games, they just tell it like it is. The Bible does not say, be moderate for justice, be moderate and lukewarm. It says in Isaiah 10, woe unto those who legislate evil and rob the poor of their rights and make women and children their prey. There is nothing moderate about using a non-constitutional filibuster to block protecting and expanding the constitutional right to vote. Say, our democracy is not for sale, for compromise or negotiation. You will not take the voting rights of poor and low-wealth people. This is not just a black issue. All of us, white, black, brown, Asian, Indian, young, old, gay, and straight. Mr. Manchin, Mr. McConnell, you cannot block our voting rights, our living wages, our health care. We are an unstoppable force, and we are here to stay, and we aren't going anywhere.
Sometimes you have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Enough is enough. Forward ever, backwards never. My father, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, says, Jonathan, we have to go to D.C. I said, but Dad, we can watch it on television. He says, no, what they're doing with the Voting Rights Act is going to throw all people back in time, and I'm not going to let it happen on my watch. So then again, I tried to persuade him, Dad, you don't need to do this. Everyone knows your heart is there. And he basically told me, this isn't a Facebook moment. This isn't a Snapchat moment. This isn't a Triller moment. This isn't a Clubhouse moment. This isn't an Instagram moment. You've got to have marching feet, a made-up mind, a sense of dignity, a sense of purpose. I bring you my father, the freedom fighter, long-standing, long-fighting, the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Put your hands together, put your hands together. Say, I am somebody. I am somebody. Respect me, protect me, never neglect me. I am God's child. Down with dope, up with hope. We come to feed the hungry. We come to set the captive free. We the people have the power. We the people have the power. Red, yellow, brown, black, and white. We're all precious. God said, everybody is somebody. Everybody is somebody. We come not as the insurrection group, the resurrection group. We come not as insurrection, but resurrection. Not violently, loving, caring, and redemptive. America's become addicted to slave labor. All the war about maintaining slaves and labor. Addicted to it. 246 years we were in slavery. African American people were in slavery. And they taught whites to feel superior, blacks to be inferior, and codified in the laws about systemic racism is a belief in the institution that in fact denies born race. We're addicts. Then when we had a short period of Reconstruction, the same folks, when Lincoln was assassinated, put in Andrew Johnson. Removed the troops from the South. The segregation masters were more vicious than the slave masters. So at least enslaved masters, they protected us as their property, owned their property. When segregation came, there was another, segregation came, they in fact, when segregation came, they in fact, made a movement. Those January 6th group, they're the lineage of those who sought to overthrow the government in the first place. We won then, we can win now. The Southerners were in fact winning that war. They were up at Antietam, Maryland and Gettysburg. Lincoln freed enough of us to join the Union Army. 200,000 blacks joined the army, and we changed the course of America. The war was not fought about slavery, it was fought about union. So the men, those who were Northerners fighting with us, were in fact standing against us. We endured in the how. My friends, they don't want blacks to vote.
That's right.
1965, 1968, but women got the right to serve on juries in the South. 1970, Native Americans got the right to vote. The 80, you could vote on college campuses. Say, whenever our back is against the wall, form a union between white women, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Asians, we the people, have the power to protect our democracy. So it's not close. I'm anxious because I'm really ready to go to jail now. So it's a day. Today, we must fill up the jails. We in fact must fill up the jails. Fill up the jails. Let's walk and talk for freedom. Know full well the Lord is our light and our salvation.
That's right.
Whom shall we fear? The Lord is the strength of our lives. And if you call yourself a child of God, you'll act like it sometimes. If my people will call by my name, humble themselves and pray and seek my face, turn their wicked ways, say God will hear our prayer. So when racism is wicked. Racism is unscientific. It is immoral. As soon as God made a mistake, He made somebody other than the white race. So we the people. In fact, use our strength, use our character, our courage. Fight back. We're the patriots. 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 America's better. We're not better. Through it all, they may jail us, lie to us, try to compromise politics, legislation. But we the people, determined, we're going to make it. With or without. With or without. With or without. It's time for us to make our case, put our butt on the line, willing to go to jail, even die. America might live. God bless you.
Give it up.
We want to congratulate North Carolina A&T, the alma mater of our founder, Mrs. Jacqueline Jackson, Jonathan Luther Jackson, Jesse Jackson Jr. You know why we want to congratulate them? 94% of their graduates are employed either as when they graduate as an undergraduate or as when they graduate from graduate school. They are employed 3 months after graduation, and they're earning an average of $77,857. That's higher than most of the Ivy League schools like Harvard and Stanford. So congratulations to an HBCU that's educating and pushing our young people from college to career.
My name is Eve Robinson, and I am a recent graduate of the University of Pennsylvania. I graduated magna cum laude from the University of Pennsylvania's Huntsman Dual Degree Program. Upon graduation, I received a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, as well as a Bachelor of Science in Business, specifically concentrating in environmental policy and management in the Wharton School. I was also a Joseph Wharton Scholar, as well as a Benjamin Franklin Scholar, 2 honors programs at the University of Pennsylvania. I additionally completed an honors thesis in the Legal Studies Department of the Wharton School for my graduation requirements. Looking forward, I plan on starting my career in July of 2021 as an associate consultant in the Chicago office of Boston Consulting Group. Thank you so much, Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. and New York Life, for this scholarship opportunity.
The Automotive Project's Push Excel GM Scholarship was created to provide an opportunity to bridge the financial gap for deserving Michigan students who exhibit academic excellence, business and leadership qualities, and a strong sense of personal commitment in continuing their education. The scholarship affords the student the ability to pay for their educational expenses. We salute this year's Push Excel GM Achievers with a $2,500 scholarship. Quentin Bradley, University of Michigan. Charles Brown, University of Michigan. Haley Dishman, Alabama A&M University. Jana Walker, Western Michigan University. Kaylin Washington, College for Creative Studies. And Matthew Williams, Central Michigan University. And recognizing future trends, GM and the Automotive Project's Rainbow Push STEM Scholarship was created in 2017 to provide opportunities to increase the number of African American students in the STEM field. This scholarship allows Michigan students studying engineering, computer science, computer information systems, or business to attend universities across the country. These students will receive a $15,000 STEM scholarship. Lauren Cotton, Tuskegee University. Emmanuel Fowler, Western Michigan University. Cameron Johnson, University of Michigan. William Knowles, Eastern Michigan University. Dylan Prime, University of Michigan. And De'Ara Walker, Western Michigan University. Congratulations to all our honorees from General Motors and the Rainbow Push Automotive Project. Keep striving.
My name is Marcus Anderson, and I am a recent graduate of Hampton University, where I majored in business management. I would like to take the opportunity to thank Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. and Toyota for the scholarship opportunity. Post-graduation, I have accepted a full-time offer with Lexus in their management trainee program.
My name is Nathan Dancy. I'm currently a recent graduate from Trinity College as a mechanical engineer. And I want to say that graduation for me was a time to encapsulate all the trials and tribulations and the accomplishments that I have done through the past 4 years. And a time to celebrate the people that God has placed in my life in this journey. And now for the future, I'm currently working at a civil engineering company called Greenman Peterson Incorporated as a mechanical engineer designing plumbing systems. I want to thank God for the opportunity, and I want to thank you, Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr., for the opportunity. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kalani Williams. I not only just survived a pandemic, but I also graduated in a pandemic. Yes, I just graduated from Hampton University with a 3.32 GPA. I am in their 5-year MBA program, so I plan on going back to Hampton for this 1 year of grad school and come out with my Master's of Business Administration. And hopefully beyond that, I go to work at Toyota, somewhere in their marketing department, hopefully. But we will see what God has in store for me. This has been a great experience, and all I can really say at this point is just thank you. Thank you, Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr., and thank you to Toyota for making this scholarship possible.
This is the last week for young people to apply for scholarships. We have 2 scholarships remaining: Orally Saunders Scholarship, available to any high school graduate, high school senior who graduates this year. You're entitled to apply. You go to pushexcel.org. And then we have a scholarship which is called the Cyrilla McSween New York Life Scholarship for people who major in business and marketing and have a 2.5 GPA. Go to pushexcel.org and register one of these scholarships. But you have to do it by June 30th. This is the last Saturday applying for a Push for Excellence scholarship. I know you're wondering, what are y'all gonna be doing this summer? We're gonna be doing a lot of things. One, the Push Convention, August 1st through the 6th. You need to register now. It's free to register. And what we want you to do is host a convention watch party. Why? Because you and your friends, family, and co-workers even, you need to be a part of this upcoming convention. It's virtual, which means it's going to be easy for you to access it. You can watch us on the rainbowpush.org. You can watch us on Attendify, which you can download on your phone, your tablets, whatever your computer software that you have. Attendify is an app. You can watch the convention. We have a power hour twice a day for you. We don't want to tie up your whole day, just 1 power hour in the morning, 1 power hour in the evening, and you get your power and then go to the next day, power hour in the morning, power hour in the afternoon, which means we're going to look at education. We're going to look at economic justice. We're going to look at the Poor People's Campaign. Where are we? We're going to look at voting rights and voter suppression, tools and tactics. And every day and every event, you're going to get an understanding of a call to action. What should you be doing? What has caused the problem and what are we going to do about it? We're going to be talking about police reform, criminal justice reform. We're going to be talking about how we're fighting for greater access to capital. We're going to talk about Tulsa 100 years later. You're going to hear from a descendant of the Tulsa race riots and what happened in Tulsa and what happens in Wall Street today. There's so much. I wish I could tell you everything. You go to rainbowpush.org and register. Go to rainbowpush.org and register for this year's convention. No excuses. Now, the Women's Empowerment Luncheon, it's going to be, you're going to have lunch wherever you are. You don't have to get up and go anywhere, but we're going to be dressed up. We're wearing hats. It's going to be different hats depending on who's hosting the women in their group. We have already commitments from different sponsors. The sponsors are women's organizations that want to be a part of this 1,500 Women Strong. 150 different groups are coming together. Women across the world are saying, it's our time, it's our season. You want to be a part of this women's empowerment movement. Register right now. And then you want to register your group, your 10 women, your 20 women to be a part of your watch team. We're calling on all the sororities. We're calling on all of the women's organizations. We already have a commitment from the NCNW. We already have a commitment from the National Jewish Women. We already have a commitment from NOW. We're growing, we're building. You don't want to miss this. Join us for the convention. August 1st through the 6th, you'll be hearing more and more about who the speakers are. But before you know the speakers, you want to make sure you're already registered. As I indicated earlier, Reverend Jackson and Jonathan Jackson have joined Reverend William Barber in D.C. this week. They have marched to the United States Supreme Court and they are marched over to the Senate challenging Mitch McConnell from Kentucky, Senator McConnell and Senator Manchin from West Virginia to support the Voting Rights Act. Watch this.
Say Manchin! Manchin! McConnell!
McConnell!
Free to vote!
Free the vote!
Free to vote!
Free the vote!
Manchin!
Manchin!
McConnell!
McConnell!
Senators!
Senators!
Free to vote!
Free the vote!
What do you want?
Voting rights!
When do we want it?
Now!
If we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it.
They never responded. And so we decided that we had to take nonviolent civil disobedient action. We're not violent. We're willing to take our penalty. And we're saying across this country, it's time for people, poor, especially poor and low-wealth people, and religious and moral leaders to march on these Senate offices, come here to D.C. and march. Nonviolence. Reverend Jackson said we don't have to be an insurrection because we are a mobilization and a resurrection. But we have to. Nothing is more important than these voting rights. Nothing is more important than raising a living wage. Nothing is more important than our people's health care. Nothing is more important than the restoration of the Voting Rights Act.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
You're currently engaged in illegal demonstration activity. Cease and desist or you'll be arrested. You are currently engaged in illegal demonstration activity. Cease and desist or you will be arrested. That is your third and final warning. Again, that is your third and final warning.
And they are being pulled in the streets, so we may end up seeing some folks that are arrested now in an act of civil disobedience.
Everyone, get back. The other side of the door.
Back up.
Everyone.
Back up.
Thank you! We love you! Thank you! We love you! Thank you! We love you! Thank you!
Push Excel's goal is to inspire students to strive for excellence in education in spite of personal, family, and community challenges that they might experience. How do we do this? By advocating for educational policies that guarantee equal funding for all students without regard to race or economic standing. By engaging parents, students, and teachers in pursuing high-quality education and striving for educational excellence at every level. And by forging partnerships with community-based and public sector stakeholders in education. Now, Push Excel is a national model program with the purpose of connecting principals, parents, popular personalities, and students in a bond and to support students at every level on the educational ladder. Now, we want you to become a member of the Rainbow Push Coalition and Push Excel. Your annual membership can help us to change policies that impact students, colleges, and universities all around the country. So step up and sign up today. Membership is only $35, and if you're a student or a senior, $15. Just go to our website, rainbowpush.org, and push join to become a member or push donate to support the Push Excel program. You can also text the word Push Excel, that's PUSHEXCEL, to 41444 on your cell phone, and you can give us any amount that you feel comfortable giving or call us at 773-256-2775. Wherever you are, you can support us as we keep pushing for you. And remember to keep hope alive.
Today we want to pay special tribute to students who graduate from elementary, high school, college, graduate school. This is the first class that has graduated after a year or more of living and attending school in the pandemic. That's perhaps the most difficult time that any student would have. Many of them have been in hybrid situations where they've not been in buildings full time. Many of them have been completely remote. And so we want to celebrate our graduates today. We thank you for your persistence. We thank you for your academic excellence. We thank you for your ability to stay the course in spite of all of the distractions that you face in achieving this moment. And so we salute you, and we have as our special guest speaker to give the baccalaureate address. Usually years ago, churches and other institutions would have what we call a baccalaureate service, where we celebrate the graduates outside of the academic setting, but let them know that the community is grateful for what you are doing and what you will do as you impact the world. And so we have a young man who believes in education. He is a graduate of Morehouse College. He is the proud senior pastor of the Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church. He is in school himself, working on his doctorate. And so we want you to welcome, to celebrate our graduates, none other than Reginald Sharp, Jr.
Hey family, good morning to you. It is an honor to have this opportunity to celebrate the graduates with the Rainbow Push Coalition. To my co-pastor, the one and only, the inimitable Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson, thank you for this invitation. Thank you to all of you who serve on the staff and the family of Push. It is my absolute high honor to have this chance to speak to the 2021 graduating class. So here's what's going to happen. My wife is coming to bless us with a song. Lady Brianna Janae Sullivan Sharp, she's going to come bless you with a song. Let it move in your body, move in your soul, and then I'll come back to share some words that I want you to hold on to for the rest of your life. Would you receive my wife, Lady Bree?
Lord, I will live
my eyes to the hills, knowing my help is coming from you. Your peace you give me in time of the storm. You're the source of my strength, and you're the strength of my life, and I'll lift my hands in total praise to you. Oh, you're the source of my strength. You're the strength of my life. I lift my hands in total praise to you. Amen.
Come on, let's give it up. Let's give it up for the one and only. Thank you. Let's give it up for Lady Bree. Thank you so much for blessing us today with that message through song. If I don't say anything else, for all of the graduates of 2021, it is the strength of God that is going to hold you and help you down through the years. I'm so proud of you. This class with class, you've come through so much. In order to be a graduate in the class of 2021, that means a lot of your last few moments as a student was in a pandemic. You were in Zoom classes. You could not experience all of the things that everyone else could experience in the traditional graduation season. But we salute you for your faith. We salute you for your resilience. We salute you for your fortitude. And today my message to you is simply this: don't waste your life. Can you repeat that after me? Don't waste your life. You can say it. Don't waste your life. It was that American rapper, entrepreneur, and community activist by the name of Nipsey Hussle who was murdered, unfortunately, on March 31st, 2019. His last album was released last year, or a few years ago, and it was called Victory Lap. His first song on the album is called Victory Lap. And in one part of the song on this famous album, the line reads like this: yeah, look, I'm finna take it there. This time around, I'm gonna make it clear. Some things, spoke some things into the universe and they appeared. I say it's worth it. I won't say it's fair, but find your purpose or you're wasting air. Can I say it again? Yeah, look, I'm finna take it there. This time around, I'm gonna make it clear. Spoke some things into the universe and they appeared. I say it's worth it. I won't say it's fair. Find your purpose or you're wasting air. Nipsey was trying to help us find our purpose or stop wasting air. Brothers and sisters, family, tomorrow is not promised. Life is a mystery. You could be here today and gone tomorrow, but life is more fulfilling when you live on purpose, when you live for a purpose, and when you live with a purpose. Nipsey was trying to tell us that you've got to stop wasting air. You've got to stop wasting your life, because all of us, no matter what age we are here on purpose, here for a purpose, and here with a purpose. And I should tell you, you don't have to live a long time to live an amazing life. It will not be about the quantity of your days. It's about the quality of your days. You can live for a long time and do nothing, and you can be a young person and make a strong impact. Alexander the Great only made it to 32. Malcolm X only made it to 39. Martin Luther King Jr. only made it to 39. Nipsey Hussle died at 33. Tupac was 25. And Jesus, the Son of God, was 33. You don't have to live a long time to make an impact. Somebody holler at me and say, stop wasting your life. Don't waste your life. It's not too late for you to get saved. It's not too late for you to give your life to Christ. It's not too late for you to reconnect with the religion that fulfills you. It's not too late to go back to school and to get a new degree. It's not too late to start over. It's not too late to change your habits. It's not too late to be more mature. It's not too late to grow up. It's not too late to dream again. It's not too late to try again. It's not too late to laugh again. All this black girl magic listening to me, all this black boy joy listening to me, all these queens and kings and leaders and teachers and entrepreneurs and community activists and scholars and rappers and mentors and game changers who are watching me today, listening to me today. The word I want to leave you in this graduation season is whatever you do, don't waste your life. Before my grandmother died, she told me, baby, I don't want you just to exist. I want you to live. So stop being petty. Stop being resentful. Stop being messy. Stop dealing with negativity. Stop being violent. Stop being ticked off and pissed off, and believe that you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. Your God is too big for you to live little. I need for you to understand these three things, and I will be done with my speech to you in this occasion of your graduation celebration. These three things I want to give you. I'm going to give you the only F's that is okay to make in your life. I want to give you three F's. Number one, you need to understand life is fragile. Number two, you've got to stay focused. Number three, you got to hold on to your faith. Life is fragile. Just a few days ago, I buried a 26-year-old who died by a stray bullet. I'm not telling you this on the occasion of your graduation to scare you. I'm here to tell you that life is fragile and it's uncertain. And when we come out of graduation, we think we have finished something. But the word commencement does not mean conclusion. It means beginning. So whatever you're about to begin, you better go ahead and begin it, because you don't know how much time you have. Life is fragile. So since you don't know how much time you have, don't let anybody waste your time. Somebody say life is fragile. But then you've got to stay focused. If you have a dream, you've got to put your eyes on it. You've got to lock in on it, sink your teeth into it like a pit bull who's eating a new piece of rib fresh off the grill. You've got to be focused. Whenever horses run, they put blinders on those horses, because it does not matter what the other horse that they are competing with is doing. The person riding the horse wants that horse to stay focused on the finish line, so they put blinders on them. It doesn't matter if people are booing or cheering in the stands. You've got to stay focused on your goal. I'm so proud of you, not just at what you are about to be, but I'm proud of who you are right now. But I'm not just proud of who you are right now. I'm proud for who you're about to be. Watch that. Did you catch it? I'm proud of you in your now, and I'm proud of you in your next. Aristotle would call it your potentiality and your actuality. See, when you see an acorn, that's the actuality. But the potentiality is that acorn can one day be an oak tree. Don't you let anybody crush you while you're an acorn, because you hold the potential to be an oak tree. But the only way you're going to make it from acorn status to oak tree living is you've got to stay focused. Somebody say life is fragile. And then number 2, you've got to stay focused. And number 3, you've got to hold on to your faith. I don't know what your religious affiliations are. I am a Christian, and the scripture I just quoted to you is the scripture that has helped me through my life. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Whatever your religious background is, it's going to be faith that holds you. See, Martin Luther King Jr. put it like this: faith lets you take a step while you can't see the whole staircase. Another scholar put it like this: faith is believing in advance what will only make sense in reverse. You've got to hold on to your faith. My biblical teachings that I stand on tells me that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. It's the already not yet. It's the not yet that I'm already holding on to before it becomes manifested. Whatever that stuff is, you better hold on to your faith. Faith will let you apply for something that you don't know you'll get accepted to. Faith will let you go for a dream that you don't have all of the details for. Faith will let you move from your mama Nim's house and go to a place out of state, out of your surrounding familiarity, and become greater and do more. You've got to know life is fragile. You've got to be focused, and you got to hold on to your faith. I'll never forget when I graduated from high school back in 2009. I'm getting old, right? Graduated from high school in 2009, and as I was leaving out of the door, I was headed to Morehouse College, and one of my counselors told me, she said, yeah, Sharp, you've been a big fish in a little pond, but over there in Morehouse, you're about to be a little fish in a big pond. You will have no idea what those words did to me. They harmed me, created anxiety, made me go into Morehouse with what psychologists now call an imposter syndrome. It's when you don't feel like you really belong there, so you start trying to overcompensate for the deep insecurities that you feel, because my counselor told me I would be a little fish in a big pond. I want to pause here and tell you, parents and teachers and educators and leaders, be very careful what you speak into these students, because you are talking to a future oak tree, although they look like an acorn. Those words haunted me my first semester at Morehouse College, but I want you to know, 4 years later, I graduated on time, received scholarships that I still cannot explain how they hit my account. And after I graduated in 2013, in 2018, my dean of the religion department hit me up and invited me to come back and be a professor at the very school I graduated from. Ooh, you couldn't tell me nothing. I wanted to find that counselor and tell her, I don't know if I'm a big fish or a little fish, but I know I've been swimming. So I came to tell you, it ain't just Finding Nemo who needed the message, it's you who needed the message too. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. You might be big, you might be little, but when the end of your story is written, they'll have to admit whether she was big or little, whether he was big or little, they've been swimming. Hold on to your faith. Stay focused and know life is fragile. And if you do this, you will never, ever, ever waste your life. God bless you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kayla Austin, and as a member of the graduating senior class of 2021, I want to say congratulations to all of my 2021 seniors for graduating high school. It is such a big accomplishment, and especially within our socio and political economic times, along with going through a health pandemic, a global health pandemic, we have had an interesting 4 years and a really interesting past 2 years. Our junior year was kind of stripped away from us. Many of us had to learn how to adapt to virtual environments and to socially distanced and masked up environments. We truly have been through it all, especially this year. I'm so proud of you all, also proud of myself for making it through these past 4 years and for graduating high school. It is such a big accomplishment. I don't think I fully processed it, but I'm so excited for you all and so excited to see what we all do in the future. Thank you.
There's several announcements I want you to mark your calendar. One, Push Excel is hosting its summer STEAM sports camp. It will be July 9th through August 7th, and we'll talk more about some of it is going to be virtual, most of it is going to be hands-on, and we'll talk about how you can engage your young people this summer for 8 weeks in a powerful STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math program, as well as sports. Our young people have not had physical activity for almost 2 years. We're going to get them back in shape. They've gained a lot of weight because they've been doing this, so we're going to get them back in shape. The other thing is what we're doing in Chicago. We want to model this all around the country. We have what we call a track competition. We are trying to find who is the fastest runner in the city of Chicago. We're partnering with the city of Chicago, and Mayor Lightfoot has coined the phrase, it's the race to Gately Stadium. We're qualifying students all over the city and to try to see at age 8, at age 13, at age 17, who is the fastest young woman, young man, who is the fastest person in our city at those age groups. And so what we want you to do is take your child to the nearest school, to the Park District, register them for the Race to Gately. Reverend Jackson is looking to see who in your neighborhood is the fastest on your block, who's the fastest in your park district, who's the fastest in your school district. And when I say school districts, I'm talking about elementary and high schools. We're trying to find out which young lady, which young man, in elementary and high school are the fastest in the city of Chicago.
You may not be the fastest, you may be the one with the most endurance. Sometimes the fast people run dash and other people run steeplechase, right? Yes, sir. So I want you to say everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody is the winner.
Is a winner.
When they do the best.
When they do their best.
Your best?
Your best.
Is good enough.
It's good enough. You don't want to miss this. Make sure that children in your church, children in your family are registered for the Race to Gately.
For 2021, we're excited to get more people engaged and involved in Rainbow Push, supporting the programs of Push for Excellence and the Citizenship Education Fund. Now, if you're interested in public policy and you want to help change the policies that impact those who are incarcerated, you can do so. If you're interested in impacting public policies that benefit education and businesses with social economic solutions, you can do that as well. You can become a policymaker by becoming a member of Rainbow Push right now. Now, if you believe in the scholarships that we've given to thousands of students each year, you can help us out. We've awarded more than $10 million in scholarships year to date. Now, you can help young people achieve a higher education by becoming a member of Rainbow Push right now for the annual fee of only $35. And if you're a student or a senior, it's only $15. You can help us make a difference in the lives of millions. Now, if you watch us every week, or if you listen to us on the radio, or if you're viewing on social media, we need you to become a member. And how do you become a member? It's simple. Visit us at rainbowpush.org and press join. Maybe you'd like to support the work of Push. If so, it's really simple. You can do so by texting the word PUSH, that's P-U-S-H, to 41444 on your cell phone, and you can give any amount that you feel comfortable giving, or you can call us at 773-256-2775 or go to rainbowpush.org and push donate. So whenever you want to support, you can do it from anywhere. So keep pushing, because we're going to keep pushing for you and keep hope alive.
Dr. Kim, I went to jail with a group of 7 students, July 17, 1960, almost 60 years ago. We never stopped moving. I lost a few of jail cells and death. We never stopped moving. I thought it was time to write some of it down so the older generation can learn how we did, and what we did, and how global it was. Was speaking about Mandela in South Africa, India, Qatar, about Gandhi in India, here at home. This book tells the story, so please get it and give it to your friends. Read it, let's argue about it, let's discuss it.
Yep, so the book is Keeping Hope Alive, Sermons and Speeches of Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. It's quite a good collection. You know, we've got sermons and speeches from around the globe because you have made such a global impact, not just here in the U.S., but around the world.
Thank you for tuning in to our International Saturday morning broadcast. We need your support. Here are ways to give to Rainbow Push Coalition. Text PUSH, P-U-S-H, to 41444 to support the work of Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. and Rainbow Push Coalition. When you shop, Amazon gives. Visit Amazon Smile and select Push for Excellence as your charitable organization by starting your shopping at smile.amazon.com.
We are Sanctuary. We are a sanctuary.
When I think of Rainbow Push, I think of two words: social justice.
Education advocacy.
Political empowerment.
Freedom and equality.
Corporate partnership.
Stop the violence. Save the children. Don't get in. Shut it down. If we don't get in, shut it down.
Political change.
Inclusion, evolution. Progress, justice.
Jesse Jackson.
Keep hope. Keep hope alive. Alive. Keep hope. Keep hope alive. Alive.
We want to be bridges to end these cultural gaps.
We're going forward. By hope. Not backwards. By fear.